Okay, so I can report that the narration was indeed correct. We did not receive the directive for hacking via in the second vote. So, we're gonna go this route. Let us relive what went on here. This is not looking good. Cora came to reality terribly. We killed off Eva. Finally, she could see the results of the previous vote, plain as day. Avrisha's body was on the ground. Much like before, the helmet the voted one wore exploded. The group took great care in not stepping too close to her, since none of them wanted to be caught in the blast. All it did was to char the neck some, leaving behind a splatter of disgusting head matter all over the floor. The sight alone was nauseating. I voted for Lux. Finally, Tristitia spoke. He stared at the small girl from the side, watching her like a hawk. Now that the reality of the situation was settling in, he seemed quite angry. Yes. I don't know what happened. This must be a trick. Pandora's trick. No, that's not possible. You voted for Ira, who was the one who got busted. Now I vote for you when you want to sacrifice yourself and we kill Ava instead. Wait, maybe there's something wrong with the voting panels. Don't you understand? This was her plan all along. Can't trust anybody here. Somehow she rigged the machines to make it so voting for her would kill Ava instead. A small flashback came upon Ancora. She did remember putting the meat cards inside of the presumed bomb case alongside Luxuria. The girl had also been investigating the consoles at that point in time. Could it be? Was it then that she modified them? I sure didn't see that one coming. Because we didn't hack Gula, so we didn't see the switches taking place. Things will get bad now. Did you? No, I didn't! I didn't change the portraits or rig the machines. Some of you are far more dangerous than meets the eye. I'm not going to be had by you twice in a row. Ava was a solid ally, and she might have even had the way to escape this hellhole. Not sure what he means by that. Probably just human mistake. Now all that is gone. You'll be gone too. Oop! Out of nowhere, Tristitia pulled out a revolver. 2 gunshots, Luxuria fell to the ground. The horse-themed boy had gotten her straight through the helmet. That one also suddenly exploded as well, adding to the corpses in the room. A small girl was no more. Trist! Why did... The entire group was staring at the exchange, but nobody except Ancora spoke. Everyone seemed far too terrified of what the prospects of having a gun pointed at them implied. Even Superbia remained silent for once. She's a threat. I'll remove every threat. First it's Lux, and it's the murderer. Finally, I'll kill the mastermind. Didn't he just say he thought Ava had the way out? He's saying he's going to kill the mastermind, though. This may not be good news. He's got to be ready to react appropriately if he knows somehow. Then the murderer. Bia, do you have anything to say for yourself? Murderer? What do you even mean? We'll play coy. Ever since Ira mentioned being an accomplice, you both wandered around together like that. I've been suspecting it. You're a cold woman, Bia. But this is where your killings end. Oh, wait, let me talk at least! Justicia waited for a moment. Superbia was slowly gathering herself for what she had to explain. Just as it seemed like she was going to talk, she instead lunged at him. Bop. Everything happened very quickly. As soon as she landed over him, he shot her square in the heart. Bullets went so fast it pierced through her entire body and came out of the back to lodge itself into one of the metallic plates on the far wall. Then he shoved her off his own body. The entire fight would have been comical. It didn't have drastic outcomes. After Tristitia stood back up, he executed her with a shot through the helmet. Once again it exploded, leaving yet another splotch of red carnage on the ground. Superbia, just like Luxuria, lay dead right next to the consoles. She's the reason why we're all here. Here to expiate our sins. It's the entire ideology behind naming us these things. You're still killing them all. What sense does that make, really? She was a murderer. Do you know who she killed? She killed that kid. Gula remained silent at those words. Instead, she brought her stare down to Superbia's dead body, watching it from afar. While she was thinking, Tristitia's attention was brought to Ancora. This is it then. We've finished. 3 survivors and 6 have been executed. Now open the way out or you will die. Huh? So he does suspect something. That's very bad news. The way out? I don't know what you mean. She swallowed, frightened by the circumstances. None of this had been possible to see coming before. I'm not the mastermind. I don't want to die. No one fits the bill. He began walking around while talking. While he was doing so, Ancora was speed-thinking of a way out of this predicament. Nothing was coming to her. No one fits the bill. Not a single one of us could be the mastermind. We all have sins. We all have an involvement in this larger picture. Superbia is the murderer. That was just the catalyst. Everyone has an involvement, except you. I have no idea what your crime is. I don't know your name, and I don't even know what you look like, little girl. I don't even think you could organize all of this, but I'm out of ideas. In the process of elimination, you're the only one who could be the mastermind behind all this. Gula remained silent on the sidelines. Thanks, Gula. She had the forethought of not saying a word to aggravate the situation for herself. That's cool and all, but there's gotta be a way out of this situation. I'm not the mastermind. Only you could be the mastermind. Don't know how, but you are. Now open the goddamn doors or you're next. Ancora's hands balled up into fists. She couldn't hold it back anymore. Her own rage was growing too fiercely. I'm no goddamn mastermind! I'm just a girl stuck like everyone else here! Are you gonna kill me for that? I will because if I don't, and the mastermind might still be alive. Suddenly Tristitia fell down and a loud metallic noise rang out as a result of the collision from his body and the helmet on the floor. What the hell? What the hell? Gula, stop! Time to run! Ancora took the chance. She booked it. She ran down the stairs while the gunshot fired. That was his 5th one. He only had one more bullet in that 6 chambers revolver. He could only shoot Gula, or waste his shot. Ancora's fervent chase didn't last very long. Justicia caught up to her after she reached the intersection. Having forgotten the door wasn't open yet, she ran towards it and the puzzle pad. That was when he caught up to her. That was when he shot her. Thought we were going somewhere with this. Guess it was inevitable when all heck breaks loose like this. Still, I can't go yet. There's more to do. Do I have a choice? Suppose I don't. Yes. Cool. Goodness. Eh? Wait, did we not? What? Did we not unlock that? What? Puzzle? I don't know. What? Hold on. What's going on? See the note from NVIDIA. Guilty son. Yeah, come back later. Alright then. Lit guy son. Need the note from what? What? Okay. That sure does unlock a puzzle. We get a note from NVIDIA anywhere else. I don't know. I feel like this is legitimately a story lock of some sort. That was unexpected, to say the least. I mean, what's our next option here? I guess we gotta rearrange the things. Still can't hack Trist. We have to hack Trist to get on the middle route. Need a directive to get to Trist. Really, I think my next... The only option I have here... First... Go to the next. Ira. Ira. Here. Get us here. Don't kill Bia. I think our choice here is going to be to... I mean, we can try and hack her. Okay. So we can hack Bia here. Order first to last. What? Interesting. This is not entirely what I expected. Do this logically first, and then we're going to think about the illogical solutions. There's the logical solution, and that's wrong. Figures. 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9, maybe? False. I can't spell them out for you. Oh. E 445 6 7 E 8 4 45. Okay. T F O T S S T N T 9 6. I think like 70 comes before 60. EI 2 2 3 21 U. False. E 8 EIGHT 4 E. Oh, unless that goes FOU FOR RT and RSTU. Might be the one I mixed. Nope. 4 N 9 R S 76 67 3 THRE EW Oh, one needs to go. There. Make this work. Okay. You solved it! Meter. Thrive and shine or sign. Normally the helm is connected instantly. This time the entire thing took a while longer, as though there was something that purposely interfered with the connection. Strange. As if the frequency had only begun to share, so the data transfer is slower, or something like that. After another few moments, the connection finally established properly. Superbia was with Tristitia and Nvidia. Rather, she had been previously. She was now walking away from them. That's stupid. I'm out of here. Wonder what they had been talking about. Guess I won't get to know. It's all because of that stupid helmet's connection. Hope something isn't broken. Superbia walked away from the body, from the boys, and down the stairs, glancing over at the two upturned bowls. One of them contained the 15 me cards, and the other had nothing. One of them has everything, and the other has nothing. The girl thought about what it meant for several seconds. She identified with that situation deep inside, even if she didn't quite understand what she was thinking about. She figured there would be no harm in looking under the bowls. She turned one of them over. 15 me cards were located under the cyan bowl still. Wait, did they make a mistake? Didn't he say he would move them? Oh, Superbia decided to rectify that problem and shifted the me cards under the red bowl instead. It's impossible to split them in the middle. There are 15 me cards. One of them will end up with more than the other. If that's the case, then one might as well end up with everything, the other nothing. What about purpose, then? What's the purpose of the one that has nothing? My family's rich, and I don't need anything. But, though my family's rich, I'm not. I really wanted to put my money to good use. But I don't have any. My parents are keeping it all for themselves. I'm surrounded by richness that I can't even touch. I'm the queen bitch of the school, however. I'm the rich girl everyone wants to be friends with. I can help everyone with my money. I spent a lot of what I had myself just to make others happy. Huh. Then they go away when you stop that. So instead of spending on them, I keep it. I'm still the rich girl. Still the untouchable queen bitch. Then they keep depending on being friends with me if they want to look good in public. I have no idea what my real purpose is. Besides, because none of this does anything. She remained in silence for another few seconds. After all was said and done, someone came by. Hey, go tell Ava and Cora that things are fine now, they can come back. It's time. Do I look like a door-to-door salesman to you? No, you look like a lost little girl who has no idea about what's happening. Please. Ah, fine. She flipped the bird, though the motion was softer than usual, as if she was doing it as a joke. She really has softened a little bit. I understand his... I can sympathize with the situation. I can sympathize with her situation. She walked away, back to the doors leading into the first hallway they'd been into. That's where she met Avarisha, who was right behind them. Hey! They said it's fine to come back now. That goes for you too, Ancora. Alright. I did say it should be fine after a few minutes. Well, we're almost out of time due to this bullshit now, so I hope whatever stupidity you idiots are planning is going to actually work and not just rob us of all of our lives. Trust me, I'm even more stressed out by this than you are. Why? You're an old lady. You've got, like, what, half your life left at best? You're still teens, we got so much more to look forward to. Yeah, that would be nice, but no, it's not due to my age. Tell the others that I'll be right there promptly with Cora. Herbia gave an annoyed howl at being treated like a messenger pigeon, storming off into the crossroads again. Ah! Hey! You two imbeciles! Avarisha says she'll be there promptly. Interesting. While she's angry about it, she's still following what other people are asking of her. Running out of time, though. This is the most I can keep on. This is the most I can keep it on for. Okay, let's get off the feed then. This was strangely insightful on where the me cards are. Which bowl they're under is now clear as day. And Cora took a few steps outside the classroom, but stopped in her tracks. She turned to look at Avarisha, who noticed she wasn't walking anymore. The older woman had left the immediate area earlier, yet remained close by to keep an eye on her. What is it? Something wrong? No, just that something's really strange, I guess. I don't feel too good about this. I've got a bad feeling about it, if you ask me. I've got a bad feeling about this, too. I've got a bad feeling about this, too. Thought root time. It's the most important moment of these 6 hours. Right now, there's a choice to make. Rather, there are multiple choices to make. I need to determine some things before we move on. Namely, first I need to determine who the traitor is. That's not all. I also need to determine what happened to my recordings. Someone messed with my recordings. That's also the traitor's doing. It's time to deduce. Let's go back all the way to the very beginning. First thing that was strange was... little box? That's right, that box. I don't think that was part of the plan. Every classroom have a metal box like that. I don't know what's inside, but let's just keep it in mind for now. Next there was a death. Assuming my emptiness is made of all 7 deadly sins in Latin plus Ancora and Pandora, considering that 9 of them died. One who died was really named Pandora. That's right. 9th person was Pandora. Her death is the reason behind the group's confusion. There's a problem with that idea. Namely, I'm Pandora, but also that would mean I've personally engineered and planned for myself to die, which isn't the case. I think it's fishy about that death. Let's keep it in mind for now and move on to the third thing. Third strange thing with the slip-up. The message was recorded. I wasn't sure how many people would be alive, but 8 was the fairest bet. And instead of saying 8, the recorded me said, "That's right. It's 7. It's only possible, as Tristitia pointed out, if it was not a recording, because otherwise we couldn't have known if we'd be 2 down. Even if they'd engineer the death of that 3rd person and guess someone would die with a vote, you can't guess those are going to be the only deaths. Someone's hijacked my game. I think it's fairly clear about who did it. The person who took over my game is Pandora. That's right. This means Pandora isn't dead. They are the one listed as Pandora, who is actually Ancora, switched with me to hide my identity. To capitulate real quick. First, we have a mysterious box that NVIDIA couldn't lift. Do you even lift, bro? Second, Pandora has usurped me, the real Pandora. Third, they can talk using me in real time. Things still doesn't add up, though. They had taken over. Why can't I still control the game to the extent where I could make someone die? No, wait, there's a problem with that. Ooh, this is a new one. Roles were switched. NVIDIA didn't die. That's right. NVIDIA didn't die when I booted the program. Even broadcasted the rule breaking. Easy to assume it's because the room is off limits. Truth be told, it's not. No room here is out of range. It'd be stupid to have a room where the connection cuts. It means Pandora, the other Pandora, managed to take over the game and stop it. Something else still doesn't fit. Let's go over other topics and see if we can't figure it out. There, right? You, yes. Me. Talking to you. Wait, me? Thanks for helping me, by the way. Sure. It's a great help. Barring the topic about the one who took over the game, so we can conclude Pandora is the traitor. We're supposed to have 39 me cards. Instead, right now we have we do have 24, because we have 9 in the machine, and the 15 we currently have. That's right. Missing a whole 15 of them, which is unheard of. I don't think it would be possible, even for me, to forget about a little less than half of the required elements to survive the game. By design, 15 were omitted by the traitor. Must have taken them. No, it doesn't add up. It seems deliberate by yet a third party. Still, we need 39 me cards. There are 24 found, and 9 are already in the console. Do a quick subtraction. Removing 9 from 24 gives us 15. What does it mean? It's a number we're missing. We can conclude the plan is to make fun of me. Naturally. Double the... That just feels weird. Double the me cards? That's right. The plan is to use the psychic powers I developed to double the me cards. But we both know that there are no psychic powers, so this won't work. Yet there's no choice but to humor them. The reason is because the other Pandora is the traitor, and they're still alive, and I have to stay hidden. How did I not realize it? Everyone looks the same as they should look. Something in me says, could it be we have twins here? Oh, that's the only thing coming to mind. Twin Ancora. If someone here had a twin we didn't know about, could have done it by using their copy. Then again, that would feel a little cheap. Not admitting it, though. Might just be a body double. How did they manage to slip that by me? Pretend there's a twin or a copy in the survivors. We do know Ancora has a sister. That would mean the most likely candidate, the one still alive, so in everything we know, is someone who changed a lot. So they wouldn't act the same way. Who changed a lot in the past hours? Fuck. Oh boy. Who do we still have? We have Ava, Trist, Bia, Viddy, and Cora. Fuck, I don't know. I want to say Viddy because him disappearing is strange, but I also want to say Ancora because we know that there's another Ancora around here somewhere. Viddy? I don't think that's the right person. It's someone else. I just need more time to think about it. Time I don't have. Anyway, is it the one who still hears that twin? That one is the traitor. They're Pandora. The more I think about it, the less sure I am. They're the most likely suspect, and Occam's razor stipulates that the simplest explanation is often right. This whole twin affair is a bit hard to swallow. The simplest explanation would be... How would you fake your death, though? Oh boy. There's too many choices. You're giving me too much power. That's right, a fake dead body would explain it too. It means they would only need to make us believe one of them died for it to work. But think of it, have we never checked any of the bodies? Be sure they are even dead. Fine, removing the head is a pretty sure way to kill someone. Someone had to fake their deaths. Which would it be in those who died? It's the one with Gula and Luxuria. They would only need to convince 2 out of 9. Then 2 of them actually spread fear and confusion to the rest. And none would be the wiser. Can't even question Gula or Luxuria as they're both surrendered the right to live. This is still useless because the group hasn't found all 39 me cards still. It shut down the program and save everyone, but not while the traitor is still alive. If they're left alive, they could just take over, as they've done before with Me's speech and by preventing Nvidia to die. Think of it, why would they save Nvidia? They're in love with Nvidia, clearly. You're asking me a lot of questions right now, and I don't know the answers to them. No, that doesn't make any sense. Assuming the usurper is among us, and considering what Nvidia has on them, why would they save him? Think about it, but I'm out of time. Does everything add up correctly, or did I make a mistake somewhere? No, it's too confusing. I think I made some wrong assumptions there. Don't have the time to go over everything again, though. No. Throw a wild guess and say... Oh. Right, it's Suburbia. Yep, bye. Ask me, let's go. And alas, we're back with the other Ancora. The other girl was like her somehow. Cora didn't believe it was possible, though. She was standing right in front of her. Sorry, I'm not sure about what's going on. Are you wearing the same things as me? Wait, I know you. I remember you. Cora looked up at the other Ancora. Even on the ground, one thought occupied her mind. She had to leave this place right now. The headache was getting worse the more she spent time in the second Ancora's company. All she saw were doors to elevators. Doors that were closed. She panicked on the ground as the other girl looked upon her with all the shock in the world. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! And we're dead. This is a deduction room. It's a deduction room. The time that thought came up was already far too late, and Cora's head rolled onto the ground, encased inside of the helmet. Scream. Her Ancora was screaming. Couldn't matter Ancora anymore. Yep. There be a suspicious hacker. Oh. Don't have the directives. Well. Don't have the directives. Okay, new plan. This definitely feels like the decision to get us onto the final route. That whole... Oh, hell. Oh, okay, so this is just a, So there's like 3 stages of deductions. I think we cracked on the 2nd stage of deductions last time. No, we cracked on the 1st. Yeah, we had to have cracked on the 2nd stage of deductions last time. Maybe we cracked on both. And by doing the first 2 right, we unlocked the ability to do the 3rd, and we botched the 3rd. Well, hell, we're kinda in a wall. We unfortunately have to do this route next. Because everything else is still locked. Means rip beer. Your directive is instead less than greater than. I mean, we'll try this, see if it's this simple. E going by 5 less than 8, 8 greater than 1, 1 less than 3, 1 less than 4, 4 greater than 3, 3 less than 45, 45 greater than 23, 23 less than 76, 76 greater than 67, 67 less than 98, 98 greater than U. Bollocks. Alternatively, if we key in the original solution, and then 5 is less than 8, figure this, 8 greater than 4, 4 less than 45, the F's, 45 greater than 1, switch the S's, 1 greater than 67, 1 less than 67, less than greater than less than greater than less than greater than 76, or 70, sorry, less than 76, 76 greater than 3, 3 less than 23. This one doesn't line up. The end doesn't line up, but we switch this around. Okay. We'll have to come back to that one. Well, rest in peace. And Core did not act. Gunshot was nigh instantaneous, and a hole appeared in Superbia's helmet near the middle of her symbol. Almost immediately, her body crumpled down. The tall bunny girl's helmet exploded, causing everyone to step back in the midst of the dust. Her headless body remained among the group against the wall onto its knees, like a macabre result of it, in chorus in action. What? 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 Ah! Only Ancora didn't react to it, far too shocked to do anything about it. Instead, her body crumpled, much like Superbia's, right into Avaricia's arms, which weren't there to hold her anymore. teacher had taken a step back in fright, which made Ancora hit the cold, hard floor. Pulled herself up with her arms almost immediately after giving a howl of pain. While sat up, her gaze, through the helmet's cameras, was fixated upon the corpse of the confrontational girl. The dead body would haunt her thoughts for the next hours, perhaps even days or weeks. For weeks, it was a thing, no longer a person. Justicia looked at the group and then stored the gun back into his pants. There, now the danger is averted and our time is safe. There will be peace. It took a moment for the whole group to regain their senses. By then it was already 5 past the hour. They only had 55 more minutes before everyone would surrender their right to live. Need to reform the teams. We have rooms to explore now. You all aware of this? You just shot her dead! That was the plan, yes. Luxuria looked over at Ancora, who had risen back to her feet. She replied with a slight shrug, a little like an apology for failing to carry out the plan exactly as convened. I don't think we can solve the rest of the rooms on our own, though. Guess we'd need to split up the group like Ancora alone, myself alone, and you 2 others together. It's the only way to have a fighting chance at what's coming, I think. Oh, no Vidi. No, there's another solution. Out of nowhere, Invidia's voice rang. He was in the hallway with them, walking in from the direction of the crossroads. Vidi! She finally spoke up, the shock of seeing him again fully pulling her out of her stupor. Everyone reacted as surprised by his appearance by his appearance as she was. We don't have a lot of time to explain just yet. First, we need to form groups to explore rooms. We're all still looking for me cards, right? I still have mine. No, I don't know where the rest are. Yes, I know how to escape now. Yes, me made a mistake. Well, I can't just behead him now. It looked too suspicious. I wonder why it didn't work earlier. Ah, yes. It means that currently our highest priority is to solve the next rooms and get the next cards. He noticed the dead body on the ground. He didn't settle onto it too much, despite clearly being none too happy about it. 3 rooms. 5 people left instead of 4. He'd make it work by having 2 groups of 2. Now I can solve rooms alone, so who's going to be in each team? All of them pondered on it for a very short time. Vidia's sudden return, they forgot about the clock again. It was soon going to hit the 10 minutes mark past the hour. If the room took them the full 39 minutes to solve, they had to move soon. There needs to be 2 deaths this time. Only 3 survivors, no more than that. This is what the game has been set up for. Can't change the rules this far in. The next deaths must include the traitor. Normally I'd go back and change the lineup, but this time let's just make it simple. Cora, you're with me. Ava and Lux, go. Ava and Lux took a glance at Trist, torn between leaving while the teams were in their favor, and asking Nvidia for details instead. No one wants to be grouped with the killer, huh? That's hilarious coming from them both. The latter option won, and Averisha demanded some explanations. Okay, but first, what were you doing, Vidi? No time. I'll take the room furthest down the hallway. We're very soon at the 6 hours mark, and we need to find way more me cards still. If we don't find them, we all die. I get that, but at least a little answering wouldn't hurt. You're not dead even if me said you would be. What did you do? We can all do it and never suffer punishment. No, we can't do it. It was a mistake in the first place. I'm sure if we planned to do it, all of us, then we'd all get beheaded this time around. If you really want to know, I found the exit. We can't take it until we have all of those 9 strange keys. He showed one of his own. It was the key Ancora traded to him before. There's a metal plate you can open by pressing in specific spots next to the stairs leading to the voting machines. Behind that is a room that's seemingly cut off from radio and mechanism interference. The moment I made it through, I was cut off from all communication. Go there. We're no longer reachable. I don't think we were supposed to know that place existed until we put all the me cards in. Is it a problem? If we go in there, then we can't get beheaded like... She pushed her foot towards Bia's corpse. First time was a random chance, Lux. I stumbled upon it, and Pandora must have not seen me. Now Pandora knows. Whoever's monitoring that place will be looked at much more closely. Luxuria eventually gave up and went away with Everisha. The older woman pulled Luxuria over into the nearest room onto the side, closing the door to start solving that deduction room. Everyone else saw fit to drop the topic for now, too. After the two were gone, Nvidia spoke about his departure again, to expand on one of his thoughts before the three would split up. What baffles me the most is this. He pulled out a second me card. There was a me card in that room. I think we're supposed to figure it out here early, somehow, even though it's clearly off limits. I don't understand what that mastermind is thinking. Anyway, we have our groups ready, right? Cora, you're with Trist? I guess that's fine by me. Scared? I don't have any reason to shoot anymore. Not yet, anyway, until the vote. A sudden thought caused him to pause in the middle of his speech. Till the vote? We'll all die at 6 hours, right? What does it matter? Well, if we fulfill all the conditions by 6, that means 6 of us must die. If we don't fulfill the conditions, that doesn't matter. Nobody else has to die then, the fact the bomb's going to kill us all notwithstanding. Right, well, we should hurry anyway. Let's talk about this after we're still alive in 40 minutes. 39 minutes. Yeah. Don't look too much at the details or your world might come undone. He waved, departing from the two of them shortly thereafter. Justicia and Cora remained alone. Deciding to not waste any time, the horse-wearer walked towards the other nearest door, as Nvidia had gone for the one farthest away. Wonder if he's really going to be fine doing it alone. If he doesn't leave, everyone's in deep mud. What is this? And Cora followed after him. Soon they stepped into a strange room. It was one of the many classrooms on the outer edge of Wing A, but what was inside was clearly not a classroom at all. Clearly. It was very spacious and it had 2 large cylinders spanning floor to ceiling. They were both adorned with a lot of mechanisms and cogs, as well as a long wire connecting to them. Smaller cylinders guarded the entire room alongside them. Due to the strange nature of the room, the 2 people in it barely had any time to take in its weird appearance before me appeared to them again. Exactly 39 seconds on the dot, both their visions were taken by her, while the door locked itself. This is a very important room. The question you will have to answer in this room, however, is for you and you alone. If you give the answer to anyone outside of this room, you will immediately surrender your right to live. Do you understand? Oh, this is the one that Trist and Bia went into. This knowledge is for your group and no one else. This particular room's question is, who is your true enemy? There is a true enemy which opposes me, you, and everyone else. All of you here have been gathered for a specific reason. No, it's not to kill that enemy, which you won't be able to do, ever. Figuring out that true enemy is a part of the deal, too, even if you will never be able to fight it. Not now, or not ever. That's because while it is your true enemy, it is not one you are meant to oppose. Even though we must oppose it, otherwise our end spells doom for the entire world. Eh? Wonder if you can truly understand me. We will know what you believe in soon, but for now, I'll see you later. Okay. True enemy. All that shit. The entire speech was as short as the previous one. Two in the room decided to ignore the cryptic words as they had to hurry, Justicia taking the lead despite his apparent uneasiness. Let's go then. This looks like some kind of reactor. How can you tell? Just a hunch. Probably a fake anyway. What is there to power it here? I dunno. I wonder a lot more about what me meant by true enemy. I don't remember setting this up. The true enemy is the traitor, no? Alright, let's do this. Tic-tac-toe. Lots of boxes that make me think of tic-tac-toe. I don't think we're supposed to use them for that, though. Stuff inside. Various objects. A lot of trash, too. Yeah, these are ripped squares of cloth. Duct tape. Copy of Avril Lavigne's newest album. Which one is that? Let Go. Yeah. Oh, I already have that one. Got trash and you're proud of it to boot? Hey! I like it! None of my business anyway. There's a lot of stuff in here. Thing stands out. One of the boxes is Metal Gear. Metal Gear! Metal Gear! Seems like the kind of thing we'd need in a room like this. Let's carry it. There's also a key in the same box. I think I took this gear, but I've never seen it. You move the key, showing it to Ancora. That's the key to access the second room. Nothing else here it would unlock. Alright. Took down the grating there, I could easily slip inside and... I don't think that's going anywhere. I don't feel any air from the grate. Probably just there for decoration. They have to vent this place somehow. Unless this place isn't meant to really be used. There's no problem if the air grows stale a little. They'd probably still want to keep it fresh. I don't know. Vent is out of order at least. Interesting. Too much stuff. It would take hours to sort everything. Alright, dude. Pillar. It is said to contain acid. There's also a strange floating part in there. Probably need to get it out, but how? The side of the cylinder has an output. Guess we need to find something to suck all that acid out. But how that part inside isn't melting right now. Probably just not acid for real. Simple enough. More evidence towards the fact this is all a fake contraption. They're probably gonna get you out yet. Big thing. This is the big thing with a lot to see on it. Should I investigate? Oh shit, alright. Well, goddamn. It's a lot of shit. What's the status? Indication says status stable, as if it could go haywire if you mishandled it or something. Of course, we're concerned if it was real, but we already established it's not. It's good to deceive yourself like that, Justicia, but don't hide from the truth. This reactor looks like a fake, but so far it's pretty real. Still makes me wonder how this came to be. Number? Oh, it's 39, like the number of me cards we need to get. The number of minutes we have to explore these rooms. The numbers 30 and 9 put together. The letters C and I together. Take them as being 3 and 9 mashed together. Or is there anything else it could represent? Well, in Japanese, the numbers 3 and 9 are san and kyu. Oh, that's why that was the solution to the other puzzle. That's why it was the bonus solution. Oh. So in reality, I needed to do this deduction room to make sense of the puzzle room, or make sense of the bonus puzzle for the balancing the 39. Well, I'll be damned. That's cool. Sort of sounds like thank you when you put it together like that. That one's the most ridiculous of the bunch. Number, machinery? Looks like the gear we found goes in here. Let's put it in. Careful, there's a grid over it. We have to open it first. Ancora just jammed her hand into it, yanking it out afterwards. The grid hadn't been electrocuted or anything. It very easily came off, at the expense of Ancora's hand, which was now bleeding a little. Ow! What'd you think would happen? He shook his head, sliding the gear inside and attaching it to the pole. Soon, the gears began spinning together. What they did wasn't clear. Got anything for this cut? One of the boxes in the back has some. You're in luck. Too much luck. Two of them left the reactor alone to go patch up Ancora's hand. You really ought to be more careful. Dealing with potentially dangerous hardware here. Not that it's really a reactor, since I believe it's a fake. Fake can still hurt. Hey, I'll be fine. Just a tiny cut. Out of anyone, I feel like Tristitia has the least amount of rights to speak about being cautious. At least it helped us, since I just found this piece of paper too. It was lodged between two gears. Held up to her. Ancora read it aloud. But we're missing 15 of them. 15 of what? What's missing? Me cards? Not sure. This number may be important, though. Fully functional, so I guess there's nothing else to do with this now. Left panel? Some circular opening. Maybe a tube goes in here or something. Or is it an output? Be on the lookout for a tube, then. Right panel. It's broken. No, it doesn't just look broken. I'm pretty sure it is broken. It's missing inside, and I can't screw this panel back onto it. What's your verdict? It's fucked. Let's come back after we find whatever is missing. Something to screw the panel back on. I don't think whatever it does will work until it's fixed. Not to mention the console on the ceiling needs to be properly operated first, too. You know more. What's over here? These tubes look really high-tech. Makes me wonder if we're still in the present, because it's sure starting to look like we're hundreds of years in the future right now. We're in the present still, don't worry. Not some crazy twist where you've been asleep for 500 years. I think here looks impossible because it is. Nothing but replicated hardware, if I had to guess. He shoved his hand against the side of one of the tubes. Mechanism pushed up, sinking against the wall some. See? It's really not heavy. Sure looks like it from here. And Cora tried to do much of the same with another one. That one wasn't having any of it. The annoyance she felt due to her failure in lifting this fake object made Tristitia laugh. Hey, don't be mean like that! Sorry. Didn't mean it that way. Just kinda cute. Guess you're still a girl, huh? Hey, now I'm trying. What does that even mean? Just have more muscle mass, that's all. And Cora stared at him for a moment. Understood what she was implying, raising his hands defensively in front of himself as though denying that thought. Hey, who's the main one now? Assuming that's what you're implying. And Cora. I don't think I can lift that. Cora tried again, but just as she assumed, the tubes were too heavy for her. Tristitia could do it so easily, though. Some things aren't meant for some people to try to do. I am small Bab. Okay, that didn't do anything. It's the exit door. The two of them had found the key. Oh, second room. Ridiculously easy to get access to the second room. It took them only a second to twist the key in the lock. And now we can move further in. Oh, okay. Phone. Oh, you're a thing. This looks daunting. Better keep this for when I have an idea what to do with it. Like if I found all the elements to work out a code or another. The panel at the top takes 4 numbers, so... Oh, okay. Let's go. Tube. Looks a big tube. Take between the rooms as needed. Think you can carry it? I feel like we should just leave it there until we find a purpose for it. It's a little cumbersome. Alright then. Now we know it's here at least. I can examine it again. To be or not to be? Everyone stays here too long. They'll get tuberculosis. The internet is a series of tubes, I heard. Okay, enough with puns and jokes and references. It only takes so much, even for myself. Well, alright then, Ancora. Yeah, that door's not opening anytime soon, even with the answer to the question. It leads out anyway. Better just use the one in the other room. Okay, that's fair. What else can we look at here? back. More boxes. I have to wonder why there are boxes strewn about. They don't contain much of anything in general, just random knickknacks. Dressed Ancora as she approached the boxes. None of them were open. Those were still shut tight. She could see of each. He wasn't wrong. They didn't contain anything spectacular. I think these things would be used to carry dangerous stuff. Like what? Like a gun? Maybe, if you want to believe that. No, I don't wanna. Speaking of, what are you going to do with it? Yours. Justicia still had the gun in his pocket. And Cora could see the handle sticking out the whole time. I don't know yet. Rather only carry it for protection. Just as obvious it should be used in case of emergencies. We're in an emergency. Well, okay then. That reminded me about the word emergency. What about it? Makes me think of emergence, and though both of them have nothing to do with each other. Specifically, emergence is when two things interacting together have something neither have alone. You lost me a little. Just wanted to talk about the emergency exits. What do you mean? I was starting to wonder if all of this was truly needed, but at this point, he just had to pursue the topic. Otherwise, she could be seen as impolite or testing his patience. It's not like she wanted to test a guy who held a gun. I think he'd shoot over it. He? It's safer this way, I guess. Take a person in a bicycle. Person can run. There's no smooth forward movement. Meanwhile, the bicycle can provide that movement. It can't do it on its own. Hence, the emergence happens when both combine and fulfill that. There are other examples out there, but this is the simplest one to digest, I think. It's a little like how a pencil can write, only if your body, which can't write without a tool, makes use of it. When wind creates waves on the surface of water. Like that, yeah. Like when your television alone can't display the channel, with the signal coming from a small terminal used to relay it. A satellite, watch TV. It's a little like these helmets, since they display what's outside them? No, not like the helmets. You can see without the helmets. Ah, you're right. Well, that was interesting. We have to get moving, I think. Sure, and by the way, I found a clipboard between two of these boxes. He checked what was written on it. Something about experiments. Something about pairs. Number 2 is all over this thing. 2 reactors. It says to multiply all 3 numbers together. That mean? Maybe it's for a code or another. Kept it with them for convenience sake. That was interesting. Anything in these boxes in the end? Nothing yet. I think they'll be very helpful. You should leave them aside. But now. Alright, we'll finish this one next video then.